My darkest secret is that I was a Homestuck for many years in the height of the fandom. Homestuck is now getting a show with the Has-Been Hotel people, so here are my completely accurate predictions for the casting of the trolls. The cast so far is a really weird spread, with big career voice actors like Tails the Fox and people in it for the love of the game like Toby the Fox, and Spindlehorse can pull some big names here and there. I focused on people like English dub voice actors, the cast of Date Everything, online fandom, and 2010s nerddom in general, without getting too A-list with somebody like Nick Cage or something. Actually, that could happen. We already know the voice of Karkat to be Brandon J. I'm sure they'll do a good job. But if Karkat does get recast after the pilot, Alex Brightman is such an insanely comically perfect fit. Before I knew Karkat was casted, Brightman was my first choice, followed by Michael Jones, who is also pretty perfect. Since we can't make Brightman Karkat, let's give him Sollux. I mean, we know Brightman is going to be in this show somewhere, and if not Karkat and not like Jack Noir, then Sollux. Though really any competent voice actor could probably fill this. Aradia is another role that can go to kinda anyone, so I'm going to plug Jen Brown because I know them and they're great. Plenty of people could do this one though. Be soft and spooky, but have the range to get angry and then more lively later. Like Karkat, Terezi is a very specific voice in my head that I casted almost immediately as Erika Ishii. Their usual goblinish antics already make it a perfect fit. Manic, high-pitched, craggly. Tavros was another quick lock because of long-standing Rufio jokes in Homestuck. It's Dante Bosco. An unsure, cracking, and wavering voice would be perfect, and he's done stuff with Homestuck before. They could wait until the actual Rufio-inspired character, but God knows if it'll go on that long or if they'll keep any of that. At first, I really wanted Grey Delisle back to antagonize Dante Bosco again as Vriska, but I think it'd kind of be too distracting, so I went right next door and picked Mae Whitman. With Vriska, you also need a good amount of depth, being mean and sinister, but also showing a lot of emotional damage. I like Mae a lot, I think she'd do great. So Spindlehorse frequently gets weirdly big musical artists like Kesha and Patrick Stump on board, and I think Gamzee would be a really good place to put that kind of poll. For Homestuck, we need somebody chronically online enough to do it. Baby No Money. Have him do a raspy stoner voice and let him get unheard of TikTok views with the clown characters. Feferi and Kanaya are two more that could really be anybody. Feferi's bright and bubbly, Kanaya is sharp and proper. I decided to really lean into the 2010s nerd part for Feferi with Felicia Day. And for Kanaya, let's go Elizabeth Maxwell, another all-around solid actor. Nepeta, you gotta go full weeby catgirl voice. I actually have two even picks here, Kimiko Glenn and Ellen Wong. Both feel extremely correct to me, and I love both of their voice acting. For the last two, we're polling from YouTube. While I could also see Brendan Lee Mulligan doing a pretty good Equius with a lower, breathy, weirdo voice, in terms of voice actors who are kind of everywhere, I picked Someone Cho, aka ProZD. And for Eridan, I went with Brian David Gilbert. While Astarion has a 100% spot-on match for how I hear the character, BDG just feels like the random kind of choice for this role that would actually do really well. Plus, with these two being very online folks, I'm sure they've already heard of Homestuck. Actually, I don't know if that makes them more or less likely to do this.